Dub, they were kind of hanging around throughout the entire night, but until that last dunk by you there with about a minute left, you guys were able to seal the deal. Just what did it take to kind of put this one away and get the win there?
First half, we didn't do a good job playing defense. Just weren't physical enough. Gave them a lot of easy looks. They were comfortable the whole game, especially Kyrie. So coming into that second half, we were just trying to be really, really physical. That's a tough switch to kind of flip in the middle of the game, and I thought we did a good job of it. And, just competed the whole game for the most part. I thought we got content scoring, like I said, the first half and, kind of stopped playing defense. But I think second half our intensity picked up a lot, and, we were able to kind of fuel the fact that we were having a good offensive game with our defense.
And obviously, first game back after missing last game, just how did you feel out there just physically?
Tired. That's about it. But other than that, my ankle feels fine. I rolled both of them last game, so had a good couple days of treatment. So shout out to the medical staff with that. And, I was able to kind of come back a little quicker than I thought. Felt good, though. I'm just tired.
That dunk at the end to kind of shut the door on them, just that sequence, just what did that feel like, especially after, having missed time, just being your first game back?
It's a really cool moment, good bucket. I think Queso actually got the offensive board, so I think just plays like little plays like that add up to be able to get plays where I can get a dunk off a cut. So, those are always really fun plays. I think kind of sealed the game as well. So,
yeah. And Shay was just in here talking about in the games because of the league, the way it filters down in the fourth quarter, it usually comes down to learn that in this league and just what it's felt like to be called upon in those moments.
I wouldn't say it's something you learn in the NBA from the the aspect of. I think when you grow up watching basketball, that's what you kind of see. You watch the biggest stars, make those plays. And I think that's a position that every player wants to be in. So I think for me, it's just more excitement to be able to be in those positions. So I think that kind of trickles down from the coaching staff, allowing me to be in those positions, and then the team wanted me to shoot those shots and kind of be able to play off Shea and other good players on the team. So, I look forward to those plays, make or miss, just kind of being able to learn from those. And, those are kind of moments we all live for.
Which got you charged up more, the chase down block or the big dunk? Or either one of the blocks or the big dunk?
I think the way Chet dove to get the ball, I think that was my favorite play. Because it wasn't close, so. But I'd probably say the dunk. I think the dunk sealed the game for the most part. I haven't gotten a really clear dunk like that with a lane in a while, so that was fun.
Also, and maybe I'm just watching. It seemed like the game was, you trying to get that top seed. They're trying to stay out of the play-in. The game felt really competitive. Was it like that on the court? It looked like it was.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely felt like a playoff atmosphere. Our crowd's been really good this year, so that was dope. But yeah, it was definitely a competitive game. You can kind of feel the tension, especially these last, I think 15, 16 games. I think everybody's trying to settle into a spot. So a lot of these games are going to feel like that, and that's always good. To have these reps before getting into the playoffs, and it definitely felt like one of the more competitive games of the year.
Jalen, it feels like this year you've done a lot better job of just initiating contact and getting to your spots that way through physicality. How do you kind of work on that and improve that about your game?
I lift a lot of weights in the summer to be able to kind of take those hits. I don't want to keep harping on the playoff thing, but, obviously as you start trickling down, it gets a lot more physical. So understanding in the summer where I wanted to be at on the court and just kind of figuring out ways to kind of get there. And like I said, being able to lift weights and get my body right to be able to kind of take the contact like that and still be able to get to where I want. Something that I just kind of harped on in the summer.
Andrew Schlecht with The Athletic. Can you tell me about the play where Kyrie Irving strips you and then you go end-to-end and block him? It looks like Kyrie said something to you afterwards. Did he say something to you? And then can you just describe the play from your perspective?
Well, yeah. I don't think you ever want to turn the ball over, so I just tried to make a play on the ball. He had some ridiculous finishes the whole game, so I just tried to make a play on the ball. He shot it pretty high, blocked it. Just told me good block. He's a cool dude, so we were talking the whole game, but just a good back and forth play on both parties. And I think, like, just kind of add to one of the previous questions, it just felt like such an intense game where everybody's competing. I think it's just kind of like a mutual respect thing because we're both playing hard.
This is a relatively young team, but Shea and Lou's been here quite a bit. You came in, and it seems like you're a little free and easier with your emotions, letting the crowd kind of get into it, and you help them out too. Like, have you taken that upon yourself now to kind of be that guy to kind of let it out instead of staying in the pocket like Lou and Shea?
Yeah, I guess. I think some of it is just playing off the emotion of the fans. We have really good fans here, and I like being here, so it's always fun to just be able to interact. Sam Pricey made a good point to us, just talking about how you don't know what people are going through to be able to get to the games and stuff like that. So I think anytime you can kind of engage with the fans during the game, I think, that kind of leaves everybody with a cool impression of the game. You don't know whose first game it is or, what the circumstances might be for people coming here. So anytime I can kind of interact with fans, I think it's really fun. But there are also moments where I'm kind of in the pocket, locked in, and not really, screaming and yelling.
Jalen, since the All-Star break, points are down around the league, foul shots are down. Are the refs calling things different in the last few weeks since the All-Star break?
I think it's a little more physical. I don't know if that has to do with calls. I think guys are just competing more, like I said. You can definitely feel a lot more physicality through teams. Everybody's kind of on that cusp of, especially in the West, where, one game can move you down a seed or two. So I think it's just a more competitive thing, and, it feels like we're playing a lot more physical. So it's fun for me. I enjoy it. But I don't really focus on that. But to kind of move back towards your question, it's just a lot more physical. We have a really good team. It's never about me in those minutes trying to score. I'm always just kind of taking what the defense gives me. I trust my teammates who are out there working on their game every day to go out there and make plays. I think when you have that confidence in your team throughout the whole season, when we get into playoffs, these aren't new moments for everybody. So I'm perfectly fine letting somebody else make that play. Big on the winning, so anytime everybody else can make a play for us. I think we had one possession where everybody touched the ball and Lou got a corner three. I think plays like that are big for everybody's confidence, and guys are ready to kind of step up when big moments hit. So.